Hi everyone. Uh, this is a finite element analysis of pipe trunnion support. So, as you know, that in oil and gas industry, we have different kind of piping supports. For example, shoe support and trunnions, dummy, or which we also call dummy legs, hangers, and many other type of supports. So sometimes what happens, generally the analysis of Trunion supports is carried out using the Caesar software traditionally, but sometimes the finite element analysis has to be done in scenarios where the loadings are quite high, and using the simple code formulae of ASME 31.1, we are unable to pass the Trunion support. In such scenarios, we need to do the finite element analysis. So in here, as visible, that a Trunion support is nothing but a dummy pipe which is connected to an elbow or a turn, or sometimes in horizontal condition also, like here in horizontal, and sometimes it is supported like in this arrangement shown here. So there are different arrangements for pipe supports like this. These are also called dummy legs or Trunnion type supports. So for analysis using finite element analysis, we have carried out here the FEA. The FEA has been performed using parametric analysis. So I will briefly explain you the process of doing that. So firstly, if you are aware of the ANSYS Workbench module, we can do parameterization for the analysis. So that what we can do, we can change the different parameters and get quickly the results output. And we do not need to model or make changes in the model, and we can directly know what is my stress and if my model is passing or failing, right? Okay, so I won't go to the geometry because it's a simple geometry. So I'll directly go to the my parameters in here. So my first parameter is pipe dia, which is I have taken 200 mm. Then my pipe thickness, which is 20 mm. Then the stress is an output, so it is basically 0. I have not entered it. And the Trunnion pipe thickness. The dia of the Trunnion I have taken 2 inches less, which is generally taken like that only. 2 inches less than the pipe dia, right? So if we go to the parameters, if I change it, it will get updated over here also. So my pressure I have taken in the pipe is 0.2 megapascal. The forces I'll show where I have applied. These are the forces XYZ components, right? And the output is a equivalent stress. Actually, you cannot say if the model is passing or failing just based on the von Mises stress plots, that you must be aware. But if the von Mises is below the yield or 90% of yield, then we can say easily that yes, the model is passing. But if it's above the yield, then we need to do the linearization of the stresses to exactly know if the model is passing or not, right? So my geometry over here is, so if we can see that our model is going to have the stress concentration over this region only, which is quite obvious. So uh, my mesh, actually I have taken rough mesh firstly, and then I have done the convergence study. So in convergence study, basically we need to achieve a 5% error, less than 5% error in the stress when we change the mesh sizing, right? So over here uh, I have done the convergence, which through which I was able to achieve in the first iteration only the stress within the 5% error range, right? So firstly, how the pressure is applied. Actually, it's a shell model. So you must be thinking that why the pressure is showing on the outer boundary. Actually, it's a shell model, so that doesn't matter if you uh, apply it on any surface. Then the remote forces will be applied over here through a remote point. Okay, and the magnitude is in parameters which we are putting up here. So the equivalent stress which I'm getting it in this region, which was quite expected, and it is around 168 megapascals in the middle membrane. So middle stress is basically the general primary membrane stress. So primary membrane stress, and it is a discontinuity. So if I go by the rules of ASME division, section 8 division 2, then my local stress, middle primary membrane stress at the discontinuity should be less than 1.5 times of the allowable stress. So if I assume this is steel, SA516, let's say. So let's check the allowable stress value. So let's assume it's grade 60, 70. So yield strength is around 260 megapascal. That must be at the room temperature condition. So okay, we have the temperature. So these are, I think, yeah, these are allowables. So allowable value, let's say at room temperature, will be 138. So 138 into 1.5 equals 207 megapascals. So I can say that my model is passing in the discontinuity region. And obviously it is the maximum stress, so I don't need to focus on the other areas. If I go to the principal stresses, I can see that the maximum stress at the middle membrane is 40 megapascals around, roughly. So it is also very negligible. My deformations, though it doesn't matter in our problem. Also, there is one thing we need to check, which is the energy error or the mesh error. So this is the formula to get the mesh error. If I see what is the where are the regions where more than 5% of error is there. So now I can see that the areas which I am concerned, they are having less than 5% of mesh error. So I am not worried about the other areas. I need to achieve a good uh, error ratios in the regions of high stress concentration. So I am having a bit of region here, so I can also go for a finer mesh. But I don't think so, because in here we need, because the stresses are not quite high in this region. So this was a brief demonstration on finite element analysis of Trunian supports and in the oil and gas industry. I hope you like the video. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and let me know what kind of videos you want me to post regarding ANSYS, FEA, or anything related to oil and gas.